Yo, what's up, guys? So this Cal offense is honestly easily the most explosive passing offense in college football this year. It's for those who still truly want to air it out and don't want to come out in like a heavy formation and run all game. You can still win plenty of games in this playbook, and there's a reason a lot of people still run it. So today I'm showing you the best plays and formations to run, and all of the audibles will be on the screen already for you. Just to screenshot and save. It'll have PlayStation and Xbox, so you don't have to type any of this out yourself. Just have to screenshot the plays you want to run and then look back at them. And if this is your kind of thing and you want more videos on how to get better at College Football 27 all year long, I will be posting those. So check out the channel if that is your sort of thing. It would help out a ton. So to get into this, we're going to start off with PA Snag. This has been one of my favorite plays on Madden and College Football just because it is such an easy setup. For setup one, if you're in zone coverage, all you have to do is drag him, block your running back, and streak him. And the reads are simple. You check the drag real quick, and then you check if one of the streaks opens up. This is really best for like a cover 2. If you're against a cover 3, it also has a cover 3 beater built into it. You streak him. You have your poster here from the left side, which is what beats the cover 3. You drag your tight end again. And then you put B on some type of out route. It's entirely up to you what you do, but you want to keep him to bring that coverage from the right side in. So you snap this, the one safety goes with him, the other bites on B, hopefully, and then you have this guy wide open. This is an easy cover 3 beater. And that first setup I also showed is really good against man, and it's really just down to this. You check your drag to the left, and if that doesn't work, you roll out to the right, and one of these slants will get open in man coverage. It kills it. Yo, I just wanted to quickly mention, if you were tired of losing in Madden and college football, I have a Patreon community with full versions of all of my ebooks. I also include free weekly meta plays that I post all year long and much more. You can be as good as anyone you lose against if you just learn the schemes and styles the best players use, and I'm here to help you find those and get better with you. If that interests you and you'd want to support the channel, it'd mean a lot. Link in the description. Okay, next we have motion angle Y wheel, and there's just two setups for this. Put Y on a post and block your running back. So this is a deep shot play. You were really going for it all here. That's why you're blocking your running back, not leaving that motion in, just to give you that extra protection. But yeah, you're really just going for it here. If it's zone coverage, it's going to be the wheel. If it's man coverage, it's either going to be one of the crossers or it's going to be the comeback here on the left side with X. So that's the idea here. If it's zone, that wheel route with the tight end will just blow open the coverage. That extra protection gives you that extra second you need to really let this set up, whether that's X turning around and coming back or really just setting up A on the deep bomb. And if for some reason you're not getting the time you want, you could stem him down. You could even drag him if you really just wanted something short. You would still get a similar look. It wouldn't be as effective with the shorter post, but it's still a similar concept if you need to change it. But I would leave it as is, maybe stem him down once and just block him. Sorry, I messed that up. So you could stem him down if you really had to. You still get the cross there, but with those two. But you might not get the rub that you need. Okay, next we have Y sail. I love this play just because honestly, stock, it's good as it is, to be honest. But we are going to make two adjustments here. You're going to put Y on a drag, and you're going to stem down X once. So it's pretty much the same play, just two little adjustments. And you could, if you're quick snapping, you don't even have to stem X down. You can just make your one adjustment with Y on a drag and snap it. But the idea here is check the flat and the short drag immediately. Those are your first two reads. And then see if A opens up, because that's going to be a high-low with him in RB. So first, just check your running back, check the drag, and then see if the tight end opens up behind that. And if all else fails, then that means X is probably going to be wide open if he's guarding all these other routes, because that's just another short route coming down the field that you can, use. It's just a hard play to defend, and it's just simple. It's something you can come out in real quickly. And sorry, I did forget to show my adjustments here, but my adjustments personally are PA snag, motion angle wheel, this RPO right here, RPO alert out, and then Y sail. Those are my adjustments personally, or audibles. Right now, and it has been like this for a few years, leaving play action in on this actually helps with the run blocking, or the pass blocking rather. It really helps with the blitzes for some reason. So yeah, this is going to be the play. You have your zig, that's your first read. You can check the curl, but the curl is really there to bring down the safety help and to eventually open X up. If that's cover 3, that's what will happen. And honestly, it's the same with man. I think the X can get open, especially if you stem him down once here. I'll show it one more time. If you stem him down once, you can get these two routes so close together that if you roll out to your right, like right now, and throw that, on man, it's going to get open. Either the safety bites on it, or the safety's just sitting back so far that he gets in between those two, either the curl and the safety. And he gets right in between that on the sideline wide open. Run that play. It's nice. And lastly, we do have this RPO alert out. It's not my favorite RPO just because it's not a trips RPO. You only have 2 receivers on this right side. But again, it's in the same formation as Y off close. So it's just nice to have as an option. Again, this is just so simple. If it looks like it's zone, Y is going to get open. If it looks like it's man, you can also get the bump with X. Like he might be able to catch both corners there. But if he's pressed up on you, this isn't going to work in man, then you throw it to be on the out. And if all else fails, you just run the ball. I like these so much just because you can catch people off guard, but they're just safe. You have 3 reads and you just can't go wrong. If it's zone, you know what to do. If it's man, you know what to do with the out. And if all else fails, just run the ball. Not a lot of risk there. All right, guys. Next, we are going to move off into tight open. This is a really good formation for man coverage overall. First up is mesh crossers. I mean, this play as is honestly good to go. You have 2 different crossers going across each other. You could honestly quick snap this for the first setup. But if you do want to make some adjustments, now for an actual setup here, you're going to put X on a streak and put B on a return route. So the idea here is you kind of have 2 reads here. First, check the return route. Always check the return route first. But you have the crossers here, and you also have X opening up this left side of the field once A gets past all else. So you want to read B, look over to the middle, Y preferably first because it's the shorter route, and then check A because X will be bringing the safety help down the field, leaving A wide open on the sidelines. So I'll just show you what this looks like here. Check B and then check Y right afterwards because that route's right above the comeback route or the return route rather with B. You can fit that into that little pocket every single time. And it's just such a hard route combo to user because he has to pick one of the 2 players. And it just kills man or zone. That little return route kills zone coverage. And as you just saw in the play before, another setup you could do is just this. Leave your crossers there. If it's man coverage specifically, put him on a zig instead so he's going the opposite way. It mixes it up. It creates a little, situation where he either has to shade outside, which means your crossers get open, or he has to use one of those 2 routes, and he can only use one of them. As you see here, there's enough gap between these 2, between Y and B, to create confusion. And again, the zig's rolling the complete opposite way than the return, even though it's a similar route. His user is going to be biting on only one side if you throw it and time it perfectly. Okay, next we have motion spot Y post. You're going to put your running back on a flat. You are going to drag B, put X on a post, and that is the setup. So this play is honestly just so good against most coverages. I think it works best against a cover 4 or a man, just because you have so many underneath routes going. There's not really a deep bomb setup here. But again, you have 2 different variations of crossers here. So to read B first, check the drag and the flat on this right side first, and then look down the field. So you have X and Y crossing with each other, which can create issues with man, but also after he crosses with Y, X also crosses with A. So if you look here, something's going to get open here if you have the time in the pocket. And if for some reason you don't, that drag route's a good enough route for you to make a quick read on. I'll set this up one last time. The drag route is fine by itself because it's a high-low with A. You could just block him just to give you that extra time to set that up. And again, you're looking at B and then you're looking down the field. Does X and Y cross with each other and create the bump, or is it X or A? I think this is really best for man coverage. You could run this against zone. It depends on the zone setup, but against man, this is killer. Next, we have motion flood H choice. Put Y on a post, X on a drag, and then block your running back. This is another man beating play. That's what this formation's best at because you have 2 receivers lined up on both sides tight against each other. So your reads here are hopefully B with this motion gets open going out. That is the route that always gets open. And then if not, you throw it to X. This is just a quick read to help beat man coverage. And again, we leave that A route as is right here because X is coming on a post route, or sorry, not X, Y. Y comes on the post route here, and we leave A as is because Y is coming on the post route here. And again, similar setup to what we saw before with the curl, it's going to bring the attention over to this middle here. If you wait, this ball will get wide open down the field, and that'll work against man or zone specifically. But again, if this is man, this combo right here with the drag and the motion with B is what you're looking for. Attack that every time because, again, he can only read one of the 2. Okay, next we have slot posts. This is the quick snap play from this because you're just stemming down Y and then you are putting B on a flat. Now, depending on the coverage you're against, I just run this as is. Again, this is a short little route. In man coverage, you're trying to get the rub and the rack. You're not really trying to absolutely kill him down the field. But one thing I like doing here is leaving A on this little, comeback route in the middle. And you also have your comeback on the left, but also put RB on the streak here. And you don't want to wait for this to get down the field. You want to throw it almost immediately, like right here. Once the coverage bites to the right and left, and like he splits right in between those two routes. I'm going to show it one more time here. I won't do the left side. I'll just stem him down. Streak him, watch him. He goes right in between those two routes. If you throw it like right here and lead it, it's perfect. It kills man coverage. He has to use one of those two. And you could even drag your tight end if you want. That's another setup you could do to help mix this up. If for some reason he is reading that, the drag will get open in man coverage. These are the plays you need, these short little routes to set up the deep balls down the field. Like that's the type of play that sets up something like PA scissors where you can air it out down the field. All right, next we have Y off trio close weak. I was really big on this formation a few years ago. Even last year, I ran a decent bit of it. This playbook has some crazy routes inside of it. As you can see here, with the motions and such, we are going to start off with this motion fork dagger. And what you're really looking out for here is once you start looking down the field, you're going to really notice that the safeties kind of get confused with these two deep crossing routes with the B and X. That's what you want to look at after you go to Y, A. This is really good against a lot of things, specifically man, cover 2, and cover 3. Man, the zig, and the little out route are going to kill it. And with zone, I also think the out route kind of confuses it because the safety's coming over and guarding X on the left side of the field if it's cover 3. And if it's cover 2, there's going to be no one there anyways. And it's kind of just, they're glitchy routes. Once you stem this down once and you let these two cross against each other, it really is just a glitchy play kind of. All right, guys, that is it for the Cal offense. Again, this entire ebook can be found on the Patreon, along with free weekly plays and other full playbooks that will be updated all year long. Let me know down below what you guys are struggling with right now. I will continue to work on ebooks. I think my next video might be a breakdown on how to read coverages. So yeah, just let me know what you guys are working or struggling with rather down below, and I will try to make videos to help with that sort of thing. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. If you want more, please consider checking out the channel. It would help out a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.